7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is the podcast you're looking for. All right, sorry. Obi-Wan's out. I'm kind of like I'm amped and shit like that. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm fucking hyped. But anyways, welcome back to No Cooldown, episode 25. We getting old as shit. We started looking at family options now. We might have to put some kids on the insurance and shit. But anyways, I'm your host, you know what I'm saying, Dad Man Tripp. As always, I'm here with my podcast partner in crime, One Easy. Why was your name? Why is your name Cornflakes on Discord, bro? I was gonna ask you about this.
It is corn. Oh my god, what is it? Cornflockus, Kell of Ogs.
Cornflockus. What the fuck does that even mean?
So I saw it because somebody named themselves that in Destiny. I was like, that's so fucking good. Because Kells are like, I want to say the captains are like the wholesome kind of position in one of the factions in Destiny. And I was like, yo, this is hilarious. I'm putting this as my Discord name.
Fair. All right, listen. How you doing this week though?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I was this close to selling my soul for a PS5 this morning. I drove to the new Starbucks near my house, and there's a GameStop right there, and there was a line, and I'm like, there's only one reason people line up at GameStop anymore. So I walk up, and they're like, we got bundles. I'm like, man, fuck bundles. I don't. My hair's long enough. I don't need bundles, bro. Like, I don't want that shit. So he's like, we got 2 bundles. You can get the disc version, which is the PlayStation 5 that I would want, but it comes with a headset. Don't need it. 2 controllers. I would have literally 4 PS5 controllers. I don't need that many. And
damn, how do you have 2?
I have
PS5 controllers already.
I have 1, and I think so I would have 3. But like I bought one when the PS5 released as like a reminder, like we gotta get one of these bad boys. And then like
I got you.
MLB The Show and Gran Turismo 7, and I was like, bro, I didn't even know they were still making Gran Turismos. I don't want any of those shits. He's like, and it's gonna be like $775, like $800 for all that. But yeah, I was like, for all that bullshit, I don't know, chief. And he was like, I got digitals, but the digital version, it doesn't come with games, it comes with gift cards, which is perfect because like I would just use the gift cards on the shit. But he's like, that's just gonna be like $675. I'm like, I'm not paying $700 for a digital version, dog. Like, even though it comes with PlayStation Plus, like I'd rather just get the disc. So I was like, no, like I was in line and I was like, I'm off this shit. So I just dipped out. Panda was like, are you sure?
Life like, nah.
I was like, nah, because I was like, I don't have a DVD player on anything but my PlayStation. And I was like, if I get a DVD player, Panda's like, we could buy a DVD player. I'm like, yeah, but it's like the principle. I'm really gonna drop $700 on a digital like PlayStation. Like, I don't know. I'd rather wait. I'd rather roll the dice on like Walmart or something than like wait and get like a big ass bundle of shit. And then I asked him, I was like, yo, if I get the disc and I give you guys back the games, and he's like, you could sell it back to us. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get $20 for brand new games, bro. Like, I'm not doing this shit. Bro.
That same minute, $20.
Yo, that same, like, I didn't even open it. I'm still here. I'm standing right next to you, bro. Like, stop playing with me. But other than that,
bro, it's a struggle.
Struggle. Other than that, I'm good. I'm praying because I'm seeing the restocks. I'm praying to see I might.
It's getting more frequent.
Yeah,
it's getting more frequent.
I might dive into the realm. I might be in those shopping cart, like waiting for those links to pop up.
Hey yo, listen, that was a dark time, but like, hey yo, don't bring the PTSD. I was up there 6:45 before work. I'm just refresh. It's gotta be there. God, I was just like, I forgot what was the dude's name? It was like had all the tutorials on like, you gotta go into the Walmart program, pay $11 and beat all these people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm going here looking at like game strats for this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? It's a game within a game. It's real meta.
It's pay to win to buy a $500 console. Like, this shit is crazy in these streets.
Facts, bro. I had to pay to win to get a PS5 just to pay to win on some other shit, bro, on an actual game. That's kind of crazy. That's a wild concept if you think about it, man.
It's
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But glad you're doing well aside from all that. But yeah, before we get into everything, make sure you guys rate this whole podcast 5 stars on all podcast platforms that are available. Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Anchor. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we on YouTube at WOTAKU channel, Wotaku channel. Good stuff going on there. Good stuff going on everywhere, man. Without further ado, you ready to warm up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's get into it, man. Okay, so we learned over the past few weeks that the beloved bear, Winnie the Pooh, has now entered the public domain for media, which means that, the IP could be used in a lot of different ways outside of that Disney, lovable image that we know. And well, we got the first news of, the first projects really coming out of this, the public domain. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, a slasher film with some of the most cursed images I've ever seen in my entire life. So apparently Winnie and Piglet are just going on a rampage on all the whites in the 100-acre wood. What the fuck is going on, bro? What do you think about?
Man, I just know that the execs at Disney are looking at this like, we're never letting Mickey Mouse go into the public domain. We are not letting this happen. We are not letting this happen. Nintendo's looking at this like, we can never let Mario go into the public domain.
It's a fucking wrap.
Yeah, it was. I just saw stills. I didn't even watch anything else. I was just like, this is horrifying. Actually, I can't sleep anymore,
bro. That's fucking bad. Like, it's bad. Like, what the fuck? I can't think of anything besides what the fuck.
Yeah.
So all they have is stills right now, like, because they're like, it's kind of like in early production and stuff like that. But just a picture of like this one white chick is in the hot tub, and then you see Winnie in the background just like staring, like, yeah. And then he has Piglet with him right there with the horns out and stuff. Just, yeah, we about to get this bitch. Like, what do you mean? This is not the shit I grew up with. Dog.
They went crazy. They went crazy on that set. Like, I can't. I just can't imagine sitting there and being like, "Oh, what if we made like a horror movie?" Like, this is so quick. I just feel like they were working on this before they
had to have this loaded up.
Yeah,
they had to have this shit loaded up.
Sure, man. I guess whatever floats your boat.
Like, what in the fuck, bro? And the funniest shit about I just immediately thought like, yo, we can't ever put this motherfucker in Kingdom Hearts again. I'm never going in that fucking book again. No. Burn that shit. Burn it. That ain't no fucking way, bro.
If they really want to make money, they'll add that world in. Like, they'll add in horror Winnie the Pooh. It's like a Halloween DLC.
Niggas getting fucking jumped by 2 murderers and shit in the game.
They make him a summon. Oh man.
Oh my gosh, bro. Wow. That's crazy. That's wild. They said these niggas have gone feral, bro. I'm just reading some of the descriptions from like the director and stuff, and like it's fucking hilarious. Also, the director was like he has some credits, Fire NATO and Demonic Christmas Tree as some of the notches on his belt in terms of production. So you know where the shit is going. You know where the shit's going.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Winnie, I'm never touching your fucking honey again. Matter of fact, I'm removing honey from all my house. Like, this is gone. This shit's never coming again. What the fuck? Anyways, on to the next story, the warm up. So after a round of voting, Raven Software QA has made history in creating the first major video game union in U.S. history. So in a space that's of course been riddled with crunch and malpractice between employees and employers for video game companies, Raven took a really big stride and won their unionization vote 19-3. And Phil Spencer doubled down and stated that he will fully recognize and support the union once the Activision merger is completed for Microsoft. So, I mean, thoughts on this? This is big news, man. This I think this went under the radar a little bit this week too.
I think that this is only up. Like, this is like a huge dub for not only just like the developers, but for gamers in general. Having a union, having control over the work environment, I think can only be a great like boon for gaming in general, because I know that there are many mistakes, many games that come out terribly because of terrible work environments, and having control over that, honestly, it's only like I'm so happy for them, and I'm happy that this is happening, because a lot of times I feel like people just look at video games as ways of making profit and people as like disposable, like we're gonna just use them, crunch them, and then throw them out, where they're gonna like whatever, if they don't like it they can just go somewhere else or whatever. Honestly, I'm happy to see that people are like, I'm happy to see that Phil Spencer is recognizing it as well. I'm happy to see that he's like, yo, no, I'm fucking with what's going on over here, because we needed this. We needed this because we don't need more crunch. We don't need what we need is patience, and we need good work environments, because that's the only way you're going to get good games. There are a lot of games that come out that were like, I just think of like one of the best examples I want to say is Apex. When it first released, Apex was like, that game was insane because people had nothing. We didn't play anything like it at that point. All we had was like Fortnite maybe, and I don't even know if, I don't know if Warzone maybe. I'm not sure if Warzone was out yet.
Fortnite, like Blackout probably before. Yeah. Again, it's like major battle royale type of stuff.
And we were seeing how much like how good this game felt and was how different it was, and it was something that we didn't even. It blew up without it needing to be pushed out. Like it was just like this happened. And I really think that this is going to be a good step in the right direction, because I think that crunch really affects more games than we realize. I think we think too much of when am I going to get the game as opposed to how am I going to get the game. Is it going to be a good game, or is it going to be a game that I got it in June because they crunched it out, but it's kind of shitty, and now I'm upset because these people don't know how to make games. It's not even that. They know how to make games. They just can't do it working 100 hours a week.
Yeah. Fully agree with you there. I think I feel like Khalif said this, and shout out to Spawn on me, shout out to Khalif. I feel like he was like, one of the major gaps that will like keep us so far away from understanding what goes on is understanding how developers work and what goes on in that, that process. And I feel like this ties into it a little bit. For them unionizing and like having a solid backing and a say to where we can, we set terms and conditions, and we have, a fair dialogue at least between, development companies, and making sure that there's fair conditions, there's equitable conditions for all the people that are working. That's such a huge step for one. And that just shows, again, one, these people are fed up and tired, especially at a company like Call of Duty and Activision, where like, again, games are being pumped out and tweaked and churned on for like months and months at a time. There's so many hard periods of crunch that might go down. There's so many potential instances of misconduct that go down, and then a lot of these people are left unprotected. Yeah. So stuff like this is a really, really huge positive move to, again, get some backing and protection for the people making the games that we want to play. Yeah. Making all the games that we enjoy. So the happier they are, the better the product will probably come out, and the better we are. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the knock-on effect for one side. And two, it is very wise and, again, very positive from Phil Spencer to actually accept this and understand and recognize this down, because I feel like this is going to have a good knock-on effect, not just for Microsoft credibility, being able to work with and, incorporate Ravensoft QA Union into, their system and their workers, because Call of Duty is going to be one of their biggest breadwinners, come 2023, when everything's said and done and they're back on their side. They have to be trucking with that stuff, and everything has to be in the up and up. So it's smart for him on one side, and two, it just shows, again, the process of making games and development is so strenuous. It's so, it can be so, damaging to people at times. We've heard all these horror stories from like the crunch and people having to quit working like 80 to 100 hours a week, not even seeing their family sometimes. And it's like, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. And I would rather me wait a whole nother year for a game to come out, if that means workers will be safe and do all that stuff like that, rather than the other way around, where they have to crunch 180 hours and like somebody like get really stressed out and lives are impacted negatively over one game dropping. I would rather it be the other way around. And I feel like that's where a lot of the disconnect in the gaming industry comes. People don't understand, like, you get the game, but you don't understand how many people were put behind this and had to sacrifice stuff behind this game, this disc that you got, this thing that you downloaded. And I feel like the more we see things like unions popping up and becoming more prominent in the gaming industry, we'll start to get more understanding across the entire general base of gamers that, hey, listen, there are people working on this. There's thousands of people that are impacted by this every day, and they want to, have something livable. They want to have protections. You can't just walk in there. Oh yeah, you gotta fix my Apex Legends up. Like, bro, like I got a fucking family, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many stories and instances, and I feel like the more we see stuff like this of unions becoming again a bigger thing, we can start to bridge that gap of understanding between the gamers that get the games and the developers that make them. And I feel like that's where a lot of the complaining, bitching, and moaning about certain games will start to decrease in certain areas. So I think it's an entirely positive thing. This is really good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what comes of it, and I honestly can't see anything bad coming out of this. I can see better work environments for the people, and I can hopefully their work will reflect that.
Facts, 100%. All right, moving on to the last story of the So this week, Valorant has made some tweaks to their competitive play, stating players with communications restrictions that violate the policy will not be allowed to play in competitive mode. Now, what restrictions, you ask? They've seemed to expand the banning and the usage of certain words. In specific, in this round, they are banning the use of the word mommy, daddy, and kitten in all chats. Now, Riot Technical Lead News stated that we have to do better to respect other people's in the game. Thoughts on this?
I don't play Valorant, right?
Yo, that's a good starter.
I don't play Valorant. My girl likes Valorant. She wants to get back into Valorant. I have absolutely no interest in playing Valorant. So I don't know in what context mommy, daddy, and kitten are being used. I'm assuming it's perhaps, are you kinky? Like, is this is what is this like
that's a joke, brother.
Like, that's what it feels like. Sure. I feel like getting called daddy isn't the worst thing, personally, me speaking. But like, sure. It's just funny because it's like I've actually seen people in Valorant say way worse. And I also think it's really funny that they're like, oh, if your comms have been restricted, you're not allowed to play competitive mode. Well, if the motherfuckers is breaking the rules of using comms, they probably shouldn't be playing any modes, really.
Honestly, could have just banned them straight off the rip, bro.
Like,
hey, it's wild. It's wild, dog. Like, I can assume, again, I don't play Valorant. I do not.
We do not play Valorant over here.
Shout out to Riot. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? We do not do that over But no, seriously though, like, I can see the context of probably like maybe it's random players being called like those things and shit, and like people probably uncomfortable and shit like that. Y'all horny motherfuckers keep it on Discord, bro. That's my bottom line, dog. You ain't gotta call niggas kitten. Y'all about to say you calling one jet kitten and shit like that. You could play kitten. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm a dude. Leave me alone. Like, I'm just trying to play.
Like, hey yo, bro. There's a consent line here, bro. Only certain levels are allowed to call me kitten and shit. All right, relax, buddy. Relax. The fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like, it's weird, bro. It don't make no sense, but it's cool though. It's cool. I just think that y'all need to keep it on Discord. That's my bottom line. Just keep it on Discord, bro, and you'll be okay. You will be all right. Damn, man. Horny motherfuckers, bro. All right, man. That's enough for the warm up, man. Let's get into the main stories from today. Take a deep breath. Slow down. Let's get right into it. All right. First and foremost, my screen has been blanking in and out for like a good 10 seconds.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
You're kind of chopping up a little bit. Give it like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it like 2 seconds. Hold on.
Hello, Sammy. Oh no, I think he disconnected.
No way. Hello?
Kind of.
No. Kind of. Yes. No.
Leave and come back. Maybe that might work.
Hold on.
Oh wait. Okay. Now it's way more stable.
Yeah. Something got hit. Hold on.
I'm good, Semi. How are you?
Hold on. I'm about to leave and come back. Hold on.
Go for it.
Yeah. Real quick. They hate on me. I'll be back though.
Spectrum, man.
Bro, I didn't think it was Spectrum. I think it was my computer. They fighting against me.
Oh, I love that for you. Get your rest. Get your rest. Me and Panda woke up not too long ago. We went to go get Starbies, and then the GameStop employee was he almost had me. I almost bought a fucking $700 PlayStation 5 bundle. They almost had me. I'm very weak when it comes to spending money. Like, especially if it's something I want, I'm like, I don't know. $700. That's not a lot of money when you think of. I mean, it's on credit, so it's not even real money. You know what I'm saying? That's so funny. That's one thing I'm afraid of is like when I move out, is what my internet's gonna be looking like. Ugh. Because if I get that trash ass internet, I'm gonna be tight. We're at 145 subscribers on the YouTube. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. We're trying to hit 150. Hopefully by next month, I would love to hit 150. And honestly, I'm trying to see if I can hit 300 by the end of the year. Like the end of the year goal was 200, but I don't know, man. 200 is really close. I'm thinking 300. I think 300 might be the vibe. I definitely need to keep making videos though. That's just been kind of moving though. Just a little bit, you know, just a smidge. It's just been kind of moving. Oh. But I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. All these emails.
Check and see if they hold me. I'm alive. I've somehow made it back through the ether. What in the fuck? They are holding me, but it's okay. All right, I'm loading my stuff back up. It closed my OBS too, but I don't know if it closed out my recording so far. But we made it through the topic, so it wasn't in the middle of some shit.
Yeah.
I will live.
And we'll
do if Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas job, and we'll be good. We'll be good. We're fine. I'm about to say, who was in the chat? I didn't even know.
No, it was Semi.
Oh my. Oh, what's up? What's good? All right, let me run that back and then press start recording. Do this shit. Real quick. I just want to grab this and see what's going on. Okay, wait, we got it. Okay, we're good. We didn't die. Yes, we didn't die. All right, that's good. For now, I'm selling stuff up. All right, you good to go?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey,
I think we were at State of Play. I think is where we stopped.
Yeah, we about to jump into that. For those of y'all watching the video version who are seeing this, just know, they hoeing me, but it's okay. It's all good. Take a deep breath. All right, we're good. Anyways, on to the main stories for the week. So, Sony have finally come out the shadows and have announced a 30-minute state of play going down Thursday, June 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, they said they had some reveals from third-party partners and sneak peeks at games being developed in PSVR 2. Only 30 minutes, got some stuff to see. People were speculating all over the place, and I think one of the actual executives, he was like, listen, read carefully. It's going to be third-party exclusives and PSVR 2. He dead-ass said that like straight. I was like, yo, bruh, they don't want shit to be misconstrued. They said, hey, yo, listen, you gonna get these shits exactly, nothing else. But anyways, how you feeling about it, bro?
So because he said it's definitely PSVR 2 and third-party exclusives, it's 1000% a 30-minute gameplay of God of War. There's no way it's not.
Yeah.
Nah, like, I mean, cool. Like, I really hate being that guy, but like, I wasn't rocking the PSVR headset. My PlayStation can barely like play Rainbow Six Siege without like exploding. So like, I wasn't like, yo, let me add a VR headset into the mix. I guess that's cool. Like for the people who are really vibing with it. 30 minutes, I feel like, I don't know. I don't think this should have been a state of play, because when you say the words, the way Sony handles like their state of plays, I'm not a huge fan of, because like they'll be like state of play. This could have been a video. This could have just been like, oh, we're dropping a little quick trailer or whatever. But then again, I'm not tapped into the VR world, so like maybe it's my ignorance. Yeah. But I just like, sure, bro, 30 minutes on a VR headset, like cool. Maybe we're gonna get like the Rick and Morty guy or whatever. He maybe he's gonna make a sequel to that one game that he made, but like I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
really
yeah,
like
yeah.
looking out for this.
Mhm. Yeah. What the fuck are they even gonna show? So I mean, PSVR 2, I honestly wholeheartedly do not care. It's not viable for me yet. I need like another 5 years for this joint to be like truly, honestly
I need a
viable for me. Any
PS5.
VR tech.
Like,
And
I need a
also true. We
PS5.
just talked about this. We just talked about this, bro. The struggle to get this shit out the supply chain is already hard enough to get the base console you need for this shit. Listen, I'm just saying, half of this whole presentation is already chalked because of PSVR 2. In my opinion, there might be some cool shit. There might be like a Medal of Honor shit come back around or whatever. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not gonna be interested because it's not for me. That's not my. I'm not a part of that target audience. That's all I'm saying. Now for the other 15 minutes, we have literally God of War probably get a release date, which is like 7 minutes. 2 minutes might be like a hodgepodge of like random indie games that come through, and then the remaining amount of minutes, what is that? What is it about 6? It's about 6 minutes. I think is probably gonna be Street Fighter 6 because we haven't heard stuff from that in a minute. It's third party, you know what I'm saying?
That is
Capcom
their
got a good
party.
relationship.
That is a huge Sony IP. Yeah.
I think we'll actually get some more news on Street Fighter 6. Maybe they got a new logo. Maybe they kind of fix things up on that side. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get off Fiverr. They hired some artists and stuff like that. It could be good. But I just think it'll be limited to that. There's not much else we can do. Maybe a PC announcement. A new game on PC, and we're gonna get to that later down in the show. But that's all I can see really. They're really trying to piecemeal it for like end of the summer. I feel like that's when they got their bigger guns out, especially then. And like, of course, Game Awards, everybody's gonna have something. I honestly think like August, September, they're gonna have their bigger state of plays for what's coming out in the next fiscal, in the next like 12 months from that point. But this one's kind of like Sony don't give a fuck about E3.
Yeah,
they don't
no,
give
they
a fuck
don't.
about the formerly known as E3 season. They don't care about that. They're like, man, take that, take a couple of these, and you're good. We're gonna keep it pushing that way, honestly. But I don't expect the most out of it. It's gonna be 30 minutes, so it's not like too overbearing of a watch. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll see. But yeah, Street Fighter 6 sounds like the most likely like surprise thing out of all of it.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I'm not really holding my breath. I like I always say, I'm not excited, but please prove me wrong. I would love to see some
True.
gas dropping.
Facts. Listen, I'm just saying, you could drop a little slide reveal. I heard Sly Cooper was, I heard a rumor. Son. I don't know. I heard something through the grapevine, dog. You could fill us in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If they do that, I'm flipping shit. If it's a jack, I'm flipping shit. Like, I doubt it. Highly doubt it. Incredibly doubt it. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, man. So I gotta be respectful for the Sony ponies, man. So gracious of you to bless us with your presence this June. Whatever the fuck, man. We'll see y'all Thursday though. Okay. You already know I gotta rub my hands like Birdman on this one. It's time, baby. Jedi Fallen Order is back. All right, listen, we got a reveal trailer for Jedi Fallen Order Survivor, and we got some details on it. The game is now set 5 years after the events of the first game, of course, centering around the theme of survival for Cal Kestis and his ride or die BD1 on the run from Inquisitors, the Ops, everybody in between, and it will drop on current gen and PC only, meaning no PS4, no Xbox One. It's only PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. So, I mean, thoughts on all this? What's going on? Cal's back. Jedi Fallen Order's back.
It actually made me reinstall my EA Play app so that I can reinstall that game. Like that's I hate that launcher with a burning passion.
It's just not good.
It's a terrible launcher. It has so many bad memories. I want my $90 fucking back. But I am going to play it. Like I was literally playing. I can't remember what it was I was playing, and I was just like, honestly, I should use this time to play Jedi Fallen Order because that's what I really want to play. Like I need to beat it because I was enjoying the time that I spent with it. I really think it was a really awesome game. I just didn't beat it. So I definitely want to go back, and now this is my sign. Like it's now or never. If I don't beat it before 2 drops, I'm not gonna get into this franchise, even though it's a really good franchise. So I know that I gotta get in there. And I gotta beat this game.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I feel that, bro. It's like for those of you that haven't had the chance to play it, I must urge you.
It's so good.
Go play it. It's fucking fantastic. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm not like the, you know what I'm saying, wearing the whole Chewbacca shit to the movie theater type Star Wars fan, but I'm an avid enjoyer of the series. Honestly, I like it. I really love it. It's dope. And I would not expect I would like a game like that. I don't play Soulsborne, Metroidvania type games like that often. I don't typically enjoy them. But with that, the concept that it actually was basically kind of like a Soulsborne Metroidvania game kind of slipped in like midway through the game. I'm like, yo, nigga, I'm playing a Souls game low key, just with force powers, but it's fire. So I'm playing it. It's so fantastic. The story is really good. Characters are really dope. The world is really good. You get to see some real cool shit that you haven't before in any of the Star Wars, live action lore or anything like that. It's dope. And this trailer that they showed was mwah, bro. You see a lot of good. I don't want to get into the details of everybody that hasn't played the first game, but I mean, there isn't really anything there from the first game, of course, besides Cal and PD1. But there's some shit. I'm just like, oh, who are you? I know who you are. I know what you are, but who you are, I don't know. The fuck is in the tank, bro? There's so many questions that I have and nobody knows the answer to. Bro, I'm very excited. And they said 2023 release date. I am super hyped. Again, a lot of stuff is coming through for this. And then PC drop day, I'm assuming a day one. I'm getting this on PC day one. I'm gonna run these graphics up. Like the ray tracing is gonna be in there. It's gonna look beautiful. I am just very ecstatic. Now, let me get your reaction to this. So there was a little rumor, and this isn't on the notes. I remember this. There's like a rumor swirling around. Like there's in a trailer, there's somebody in a tank, and nobody knows who the fuck it is. Everybody's guessing. Everybody's saying, what I'm saying, oh shit, this motherfucker is this motherfucker. I don't know. Some people said like, oh yeah, well, what if it's Starkiller? What if Starkiller gets retconned into the story of Star Wars at some point through that? Just the idea of somehow Starkiller getting brought back into the Star Wars franchise. How would you feel about that?
That would be awesome, actually. I think that would be a really good way of like. I think it would be only right. Because I feel like one thing that like the new Star Wars franchise is doing is like including new shit while respecting the things before it. So like even just like even episode 7 was exactly that. Was just like we're trying to do new shit, but here is the old shit. And like things like the Book of Boba, I don't think we would have ever gotten a Boba Fett series if it wasn't Disney at the helm. Like they understand the power of nostalgia, and I feel like Respawn also understands that power. And bringing Starkiller back, which was like honestly, it was one of those Force Unleashed was a game that had so much potential that it could have it could have been actually like the next God of War if handled correctly. Like
it would have.
Like it could have easily been one of the games that people like look at as one of those like it's a licensed Star Wars game, but people would have it became an entity in and of itself. So I think it would honestly be amazing. I would love to see that, and I would love to see them either continuing or even remastering Force Unleashed, because with Fallen Order you get that Soulsborne, like not tactical, but like I need to think my way through this. But like with a Force Unleashed, you were just literally an unstoppable force. You were just running through things. And I think that would be sick. I think it would be a really good decision on their part, and I hope that rumor is true, because that would be kind of insane. Like that would be nuts.
And I'm like, me thinking about it, I'm like, okay, listen, there's definitely like, I could be wrong on this. Smart Star Wars fans, you know what I'm saying, the diehards with like the laser pistol right there in their side right now listening to this, strike me down if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure between, there was points where after Palpatine died, they was trying to find ways to bring him back or like preserve some type of thing. I think that's how Snoke happened. I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Snoke's a separate person, but I think they were trying to think of ways to either like, bring back the Emperor, do some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all types of wild experimental type shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the point of a vessel, especially in like the last movies, like, oh, somebody being a vessel for, for Palpatine, like, I mean, that could be easy way to retcon him in. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Empire would do extensive research on trying to get some of that shit to happen. I mean, but also, if it's 5 years later, this other point, somebody said that if it's 5 years later in Jedi Fallen Order, that means right now that storyline is gonna run concurrent with Obi-Wan of what's happening right now in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, two thoughts. One, that would also be crazy to see like Obi-Wan cross paths with him in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just see that, and like that would also kind of rule out Palpatine being dead or any type of vessel or whatever, because Palpatine's like, he just running the show now. He just got into the seat.
Yeah.
But also, if this man, Cameron Monaghan, if he shows up in the Obi-Wan show, I haven't started watching it yet, so I don't know anything yet. But if he shows up in that show, I'm combusting into flames. You will no longer see me on no Cooldown podcast because I'll be dead. I'll be gone. I'm gonna be deceased. All right, that's just me. But my personal request for this show is that we do get some type of, or for the game, I mean, we need to get some type of crossover major Jedi appearance. I either want it to be Obi-Wan or I want it to be Ahsoka. I would rather it be Ahsoka because it seems like at this point she's kind of like, I guess on her way, or maybe down the line you can see a younger Ahsoka. Wait, yeah. At that point, yeah. No, Ahsoka's pretty much on her travels and stuff like that. So I think it would be cool to see either Ahsoka, which I prefer, or Obi-Wan, just kind of cross paths with them and just see what's going down. I am very interested to see how the plot of this kind of moves out. The only thing we got so far is he's just surviving as one of the last Jedis, Order 66. They're still being hunted down across the galaxy, so shit's still kind of rough. Still, it's just getting rough. It's just getting to the worst parts, really. And I'm just curious to see what what the resolution is, honestly, because between this period, it's only like Jedi's taking L's left, right, and center. So does he die at the end of this? Is like the obvious conclusion that people are kind of like trying to avoid between these types of movies, or movies or points in time in the Star Wars universe. Like, I just hope it's not not a prototypical hey, it's between 3 and 4, everybody's hunting you down, you dead, bro. Like, I'm very interested, and I kind of don't want it to be that type of ending. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to be something else or take another direction.
Absolutely. I think that personally, I feel like the Star Wars franchise could take more risks in what they do, especially with the video games, because I feel like it's a what's the word for it? It's just a medium that not many of like the older Star Wars fans really care too much about. Like, they're not tapping into Force Unleashed, they're not tapping into the last Jedi Fallen Order, unless you're already a gamer. So like, you could really do whatever you really want to, as long as it's not messing up the main canon. And I would love to see an appearance from one of the from somebody like Obi-Wan or from like Ahsoka. That would be super sick. And I think they know these things. That's why, like, I think that the team behind these games are smart. They know they know what they can and can't do. I just hope that they keep it up, because what sucks is just like we have all eyes are on them because they're really pretty much the only people making Star Wars games right now.
Yeah.
So it's like
Respawn. Yeah, it's all on Respawn. Like, I think DICE said they weren't making another Battlefront. It's all the Star Wars projects are pretty much on Respawn right now. That and like Asper Media.
Yeah, like it's a lot of pressure, but I don't think that they're gonna make a misstep. The worst that this could possibly be is just like another story that is just very separated from the main storyline, which wouldn't be bad at all, to be honest. But I also agree with you that I would love to see more inclusion of like main characters from the movies.
Yeah, it makes it more worthwhile. Again, like, when you play through these stories, like when you play through the first one, you see like I'm pretty sure you see Sol Guerrera. You see Sol Guerrera in the Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah. You're just like, oh shit, he's from fucking Rogue One. Yeah. Oh gosh, and like that just again puts you further into the timeline and further asserts that, hey, listen, this game matters, and it's a really impactful story that's in this timeline. Like, it's not just some random aloof story that happened far away from everybody, and it doesn't really, it doesn't pertain to anything. It's key. It's one of these many stories that happened in the Star Wars universe during this, really troubling time, and it just makes everything a little bit more heavier because you're thinking of the overarching, the Skywalker saga and everything that's happened here, but then you're like, oh shoot, we kind of crossed paths at this point. Like, this storyline kind of touched on Skywalker saga and everything. It kind of like had its own little weaving path. So I love it when it doesn't have to stay like touch tight to it the whole time. Just make that little pass, like, oh shit, we was there. He was there like a day ago. Oh, I love those type of moments. I really do. But for me, I have no I have full faith in this game. I have full faith in this game. Everything that they showed me from the first one was a complete surprise. It was a very, very, very well done game. Respawn, they got PCP with this one, man. So I can't wait for this one to drop, man.
Same.
2023. 2023.
It's gonna be a crazy year.
I'm telling you. Oh, we gotta talk about the end of year, bro. We're gonna talk about the end of year. 2023 is gonna be nasty. Anywho, we gonna push forward a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We got another reveal trailer this week for JoJo's All-Star Battle R and an official release date, that being September 2nd of this year. Now, this trailer showed off more arena gameplay and new characters that are getting added to the already deep roster of over 50 people now?
Yes.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's deep, man. I know you did a reaction video to it. Also, WOTAKU channel, Wotaku channel on YouTube. If you want to go see that reaction trailer, him break down all the gameplay from it. Talk about it, man. What's going on? Just give a little teaser. What's going on with that trailer, man?
So I realized this a while ago, but I totally forgot that I said this on the podcast, and I want to correct myself. I thought this was gonna be an arena fighter. This is not gonna be an arena fighter. So it's gonna be more of like a 2D, maybe a 3D fighter, kind of like Tekken. If that. But I haven't played the game, but it's not an arena. Like don't think of Ninja Storm. Like it's not like
Ninja Storm.
No, it's more like you will always be facing the other person, like that type of fighter. It looks really good, and the one thing that blew me away was at the end of the trailer they talked about a season pass. So they're gonna keep adding characters into this franchise or into this game. Honestly, I'm very much excited. The new characters that they added were like one was Speedwagon, which was like funny because I didn't know he wasn't in the first one. He was like an OG, but like the characters that they're adding is hilarious. There's still so much. There's so many JoJo characters in general that you could add into this game. I'm super excited. September release date. Man, these August, September, like this year in and of itself is so stacked, and we're not even. It's one stacked year going into another stacked year. My wallet just is perpetually crying for help every chance it gets, because there's just not enough time and not enough money for all of these games. But it looks really good. The game looks like it's going to play really well. What I'm interested in seeing is I need them to tell me if it's going to have rollback. Like I need to know the net code. I need to know, is there going to be comp? Like there's just more details. I really want to know if there's a story mode. That's my favorite thing about anime games is like, if you got sick cutscenes with like some sick story modes, that is like put it in my veins. I bought Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. People were telling me like, don't buy Kakarot. It's not like the gameplay is very mid. And I was like, I'm not here for the gameplay. I'll play through shitty gameplay to get to that one scene where Raditz gets absolutely obliterated and be like, whoa! Yeah. And then I'll go back to like grinding for like pumpkins or whatever I have to do to get to the next cool ass cutscene. Like I am a slut for some good anime cutscenes in my game. So I'm really excited. I really want to see more, but September is literally right around the corner at this point. So we'll see.
We gonna see. I got high hopes for you. Oh, just a question. You know, that's most of my. You got this topic, but my question is, a two-parter, honestly. Part one: what the fuck is Pet Shop, and what the fuck is that dinosaur? Because I was very like utterly confused.
So Pet Shop, in the show there is the JoJo team in season 3 or part 3. They get a dog who has a stand, and he can fight. I think his stand is like Junkyard or whatever, but like he basically is made of sand and he fights with this like little pug. Pet Shop is an eagle that also has a stand, because if you're a living thing you can have a stand, so you can have an ability. There's like the show gets weird. Even there's like an episode in one of the JoJo parts where they're fighting like a rat and the rat is fucking them up. But anything that's living can have a stand, and Pet Shop is an eagle that has a stand. They also added the girl who has magnetism powers into the show, which is why people were like if you watch the trailer, you see like this girl who her boobs expand. That's not her stand isn't boob expansion. She has like nuts and bolts. I hate saying the fact that she has nuts in her boobs, but it's like metal in her shirt, and like she throws the metal from her boobs. Don't ask me why. I didn't write the show. I just watch it.
Listen, I I expect no less from JoJo's. You know what? Low key, yeah. Listening to this without any context of the anime is actually a very, very insane conversation. It's a very insane listen. I will say the gameplay actually looks pretty exciting. The characters actually look really fucking diverse. There's like 50 of them, of course.
Yes.
It low key makes you want to watch the anime, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, this is my entire experience with JoJo so far. I seen a couple like, you know, random things on the internet. I seen that one meme. I don't know who it was, but this man had the cherry just doing backflips on this man. I was like, okay, all right, this is a different show. This is a different show. I respect the line, dog. But I don't know if it's for me immediately. I don't just figure it out. But I've heard some things, of course. You know, I know some of the names like Dio, JoJo Star, and all shit like that. Like I know some of the basic ones, and of course all the fucking memes from TikTok. But honestly, the trailer made me want to like watch it. It just looked mad, like fast paced, like exciting fucking gameplay. Like it looked actually really, really decent.
It's really, really good. And from what I've heard, because the original game came out on PS3 before JoJo's was even blew up to the point that it is now. A lot of people were saying like people used to play it competitively. Like I'm really excited for the lifespan of this game. Like I'm definitely going to be playing it a lot on stream. There's a lot of fighters coming to this. There's so many games, bro. There's just, I wish I could clone myself to play more games. There's just not enough time.
Also, you know the funny shit I learned the other day? What's it called? We were doing the videos for the multiverses characters, right? And also, you know what I'm saying, check both our channels, that man Tripp and Wotaku channel, for those you know, those videos. If you play multiverses, you're gonna have to watch that. You're gonna look at that. Basically, Warner Brothers owns JoJo's. They made JoJo's. I was like, what the fuck? That makes no it didn't register in my head until then, but I'm like, give me any JoJo's character from this roster in a multiverses game, and that's different. That's kind of different.
I'm not saying anything. I didn't put that in my list because like I don't want to jinx it, but if I see Jotaro in multiverses, that's the main. Like I literally can't do anything about that. Like I'm a Garnet main right now, but if JoJo's goes on to multiverses, I can't help but main him.
Bro, hey, listen. I'm just saying, and who's to say they can't open a lane for other anime to go?
I'm just saying.
They ain't going to Smash right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's open license, and I feel like Warner Brothers could drop some cash like Fortnite and do a little collab or something like that. I don't know.
Sounds like y'all allergic to money if you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. You hate money. You hate dollars.
You don't want it. You don't want money.
Gosh, man. Anyways, go push forward. But that's just a thought, man. It's free game. But yeah, pushing forward, man. This is a kind of a we told you so moment, and also holy shit, they're actually doing it really big moment. This week basically Sony had a business segments briefing where like a lot of positive and ambitious markings were set for PlayStation and the PC market. So all right, listen, peep some of these numbers, y'all. All right. So out of the current PC first party drops that released on PC over the past year and a half or so, Horizon Zero Dawn, 60 million in PC sales revenue, 2.4 million units sold. Days Gone, 23 million in PC sales revenue, 852k units sold. God of War, that dropped earlier this year. I was about to say 26 million in PC sales revenue, 971k units sold. They are projecting PC net sales to jump from 80 million in fiscal year 2021 to 300 million in fiscal year 2022. So what the fuck is going on? They said that they also have 2 games that are going to justify that projection in FY22 that have not been announced yet, and they said Destiny 2 is not a part of that. So they got 2 more games coming to the PC network, you know what I'm saying, from their side, that are going to drop on, you know, on PC platforms. That's going to be hot. That's going to apparently move numbers like that. And of course, PC have stated that half of their annual releases will be on computer and mobile platforms by 2025. Shit. And that also comes on top of a potential leak that Returnal could be one game that actually drops on PC this year from the Sony side. So I mean, damn, like is the PC PS under, you know, like is that synergy undeniable at this point? What's going on, man?
Yo, like I just really want to be at the boardroom meeting when they're all sitting around like the table and somebody's like, yo, man, who would have thought that putting our games on another platform would make us money? And everybody just being like, yo, I just don't know. It's just crazy. Like I'm sitting here like like these numbers
the
aren't
fucking murmur in the room.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, yeah, he's
like
right.
somebody all the way in the back that's been saying this for years was like, "Hey, you fucking idiots! Like, why have we not been on fucking PC earlier? Like, we should have been on PC." But everybody's like, "No, we have such a good ecosystem. Like, we have such a good ecosystem." At the end of the day, like, there's just certain things like. I've accepted that I'm a PC player at heart. I love a PlayStation. Again, super close to buying a PlayStation just this morning. But I didn't because like any game that I want to play on PC, I'm gonna play on PC. So why not take the people who don't want to spend $500 on a basically an exclusives machine or like on a Netflix machine that also plays games? Why not give those people an avenue into playing some of your IPs? Because at the end of the day, God of War 1 came out when I was in college. I mean, not God of War 1, God of War the newest one, 4.
Yeah, remake 2018.
Yeah, it came out in 2018, and you guys just released it earlier this year. Like, if you guys even did a cycle that slow, which is fucking absurdly slow, 4 years for a game to get ported is disgusting. But even just looking at like, I would love to see the Death Stranding numbers because like it was exclusive on PS4. A year later, it went to PC. PS5 got the director's cut, and then a year later it came to PC. I bought this game twice now. I have it on my PS4 and on my PC. And the reason I like the game. So like because I am a PC player, I was like, oh, fuck it, I just spent like $120 on one game essentially. Well, actually more than that, like close to 200, because I really enjoy the game. Or even just for people who have a PC but don't want to spend money on a PS5, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I kind of hate that they're like, wow, look at us. It's like, congratulations, Sony, you tied your shoe. We know, like, you knew you were gonna make money off of this. Like, we knew you were gonna do this. Like, you guys didn't know. We've been telling you.
On everything, bro. We've been, we're not the only, we're not the only fucking podcast. We're not the only fucking people that said this. Hella people been saying this for years, bro. Like, PC gaming has been the wave. And you see how Xbox tapped in since they were dropping since fucking Gears 5 and before that, since Gears 4. Oh yeah, Xbox Play Anywhere or some shit like that. And they were jumping on that. And they was getting buku money off that. And then the Xbox Game Pass game, they're like, you know what? Maybe we should put our shit on PC. Let's just think about it. Of course, motherfucker, of course. And it's crazy to see because I'm pretty sure in some of these instances, like when it dropped on PC, the numbers and the projections for sales like eclipsed some of the console releases for some of these titles. I'm pretty sure Horizon might have been one. That passed over, and I think Days Gone might have been one as well. It's just like it's the obvious marker, bro. There's so many people on PC platform, bro, especially that are clamoring for games like that, and they don't have any of that access. Understand. Cool, oh yeah, the exclusivity, you want to buy a console, those days are starting to really wane down, and people are, especially at these companies, are trying to see, hey, listen, we're leaving a lot of money on the table by cutting certain populations off. You don't have to make it multi-platform, put it on the Xbox, our competition, but you put it on PC, put it on a common platform, and we're still getting good bread off it. We're still getting good money off that. It just makes complete and total business sense, and it's obvious that they're gonna put damn near a whole hell of a lot of shit more into creating this push in the future in the next fiscal year, bro. They said half of their games by 2025. That's how it should have been now, honestly, if they wanted to realize all these potential earnings. They should have did that from now, have half of their games on there. And I know why they say half, because they don't want to go the whole way and be like, get all these little like the loyalists of their brand mad and shit like that. But it's the obvious progression. PC gaming brings so much to a lifespan of a game, to the sales potential of a game, on top of what they already do. Name me any console-only modern community. Name me any consistent, more popular than PC modern community. There is none. There is none. The way that PC gamers take to a game, especially one they clamor for like a God of War, come on now. It's obvious money bags that they sitting on, bro. They about to dive in like Scrooge McDuck because they realize, oh shit, we just put it on a computer platform. And it's the obvious choice. And you know who wins? We do.
Yeah.
We win, baby. Everybody wins because at the end of the day, more games go on PC, right?
Yeah.
More money's made on those franchises. If everybody loves that franchise and even more people buy it, more games will probably order for that franchise. Oh, wonderful. That's great. And on top of that, content's made for that franchise. Mods are made for that franchise. oh, that's good. This game was fantastic. Cool. So much content from those mods are made from that franchise. And then everybody enjoys that shit even more. And it just circulates more and more and more. It's the loop of game to content. Like, come on now. And it only gets amplified when you have PC access. It literally only gets amplified. So this is the obvious choice. This is matter of fact, yeah, we gotta do it. Aha, we told you so moment for some of the people that wasn't really peeping it. And yeah, glad we doing this, bruh. PC should have been considered for a lot of this stuff, and I hope these gap times get shorter and shorter and shorter between a console release and a PC release. I think we're starting to see it now. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Like, this is kind of like aside from the point, but hopefully, Jedi Fallen Order is the start of simultaneous release for major games between PC and console platforms. I hope that's the beginning, and I hope it snowballs so far to where it can't be stopped and where everything comes out at the exact same time.
I would love that.
Yeah. Telling you. But yeah, welcome to the money room, PlayStation. You can hire us. You know what I'm saying? We got some more good ideas somewhere. Just point y'all to the obvious directions if y'all don't want to, go there yourselves. We're here. God. Yeah. Oh shit. All right. Sliding a little bit further, you know what I'm saying? On the other side of the console pond, this was an interesting rumor. It seems that Xbox is continuing to push some innovations and try and work on their I guess their mantra and their motto to expand their access to make gaming for everyone, make it accessible everywhere. As rumors are telling of a streaming device / smaller dongle that can be used and based in cloud gaming to be more affordable. Now, apparently, the project is titled Keystone, and it seems to be like a rough draft as other additions to the project being considered. But the aspect of direct connects with HDMI and Ethernet cables, Xbox Game Pass being available on the system, and cloud-enabled gaming seem to be the major sticking points. So, I mean, thoughts on this? They're trying to go even more, cast the net even wider with this type of stuff.
So I've always had this main issue with cloud gaming just because, like, I've said it before, I don't think the infrastructure of the states has the quality internet needed for things like cloud gaming. And I said this because when PlayStation Now was a thing, I was one of the first people to try it out. I got like a free trial or whatever. Didn't really work so well with my internet. Mind you, my internet wasn't necessarily the best, but regardless, like, if my internet isn't the best, a lot of people in this world's internet just isn't the best. We don't get quality internet for the amount of money that we pay for it. So while this is a good idea in concept on paper, I am always still very hesitant about cloud gaming, just because while it makes it more accessible because you don't have to buy hardware for it, for people like, for example, like my brother who likes to play video games, but he's not trying to spend $600 on a console, $500 on a console, and then spend $60, $70, $80 on games. Like, he would rather just pay like $15 or $30 a month to play games whenever he wanted. It's just not, to me, it's not viable, just because we don't have good internet for the prices that would be affordable for this. Like, for the people who want cloud gaming, who are the people who are like, I don't want to spend X amount of money on these expensive consoles and these expensive games, are probably not going to spend X amount of money on all this super high-end internet to be able to run these games smoothly. So if it becomes easier to stream the games, then I'm all for it. But I just don't know if this is the way for me personally. I hope that things get easier, but I don't know. I would have to try it out again. Like this, I tried out PlayStation Now years ago, and not too long ago. I want to say 2 years ago. I tried it on my PC. It wasn't the worst, but there was for sure always going to be input lag, no matter what. There was always going to be input lag. There was always going to be like frames dropping, because it's just internet. That's just is internet. So like I'm like, I hope that it gets better. But I'm also like, not, when I hear things like this, I'm not like, oh man, I can't wait to play Gears of War online. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel that. This is interesting. Now, of course, this plays into the big strategy of them. They want to be they want to be the accessibility brand. They want to be at the forefront of that because they believe that's where most of I'd say the revenue and the brand of their ecosystem, that's what it's based on. That's the main pillar it's based on. Accessibility. Gaming should be accessible for everyone, everywhere, as much as possible. And with this, again, the trouble is in what's the viability of cloud gaming right now. And I feel like this is a project that's going to be set for like another 3-4 years maybe before anything is set in stone for anything concrete when it comes to cloud gaming. We saw Stadia flop. You know what I'm saying? Stadia wasn't running the best. We've seen other platforms that are similar kind of have some struggles with that. So I think this is kind of like a project for the future. This is one for the future, but still looking at the applicability and the potential of this platform, this is really, really interesting. And if they can nail it, and if they can actually provide some consistent results, and of course it may vary per user because of their internet connections, but if they can provide some level of consistency on their end, this is a really, really solid win. Again, if they can push out, they know in certain markets they can't beat Sony in terms of pure console sales. Like they know they can't. Not, at least not right now, they can't. You know what I mean? If they can push it on the front of, hey, listen, we're not going to carry the biggest, the heaviest or games or whatever. We're going to give you this thing, like $200 whatever, and you get Xbox Game Pass with it. You get a whole, you get like thousands of games on this shit, and it's easy to carry, easy to move around. You know what I'm saying? You drop it in right there, you plug and play, you go, and you're good. It seems like that's their kind of approach. And again, they're just trying to increase all the methods that they can. Like you're playing through tablet, you're playing through mobile, you're playing through PC, you're playing through console. They want to go for breadth, the breadth of their actual access, and which I think is a smart strategy for them. If you want to really, I feel like they're trying to really, again, capture that bang for your buck type of branding, where it's like, hey, listen, we're gonna have everything here for everybody, and we have options for every type of tier, especially for ones that's like a lower barrier to entry for gaming. I feel like that's the topic that also came up this week with in general talking about Xbox Game Pass, that barrier to entry and the money game and getting into gaming and shit like that. So honestly, I would have to see how this would come out in time, but I would say this is like a 3 to 5 year project. This is a 3 to 5 year project before anything concrete comes from this. On if I'm speaking real, like cloud gaming just ain't. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. It's like VR. It's not VR. It's not standardized yet. They haven't worked out certain kinks. It's gonna take a little bit, but if it somehow makes it to that level of standardization and it works across across different parts of the world and different regions, this shit could be a good hit. This shit could be a really, really good hit.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think it would be sick. Like I would love to one day open up my phone and just be like, yo, you know what? I want to play State of Decay, and then just like connect my phone to like my portable controller, or even just like have like one of those attachments to your phone and just be like, oh, I'm just playing games on my phone, and I can stream it to my phone. But that I don't think will be anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not, but interesting, and that might be one for the future, man. Let's push on, man. I always love including this because I don't even want. I had nothing to contribute to this conversation. I just want to present this to win, and let's see what's going on. Well, it seems like the L's don't stop coming on their side, as DICE announced this week that they are cutting any further development of the Hazard Zone mode in Battlefield 2042. Now, no new content is officially coming for the mode, of course, besides critical errors and bug fixes. They are going to be focusing all their times on the modes that are engaging players more. So Hazard Zone is dead, man. It was fun while it lasted. Thoughts on all this?
I actually never played Hazard Zone because I couldn't get the game to fucking work. No, I didn't get to play it at all. Because the game fucking doesn't work. And it's fucking, oh man, we're stopping development on a game mode that essentially helped us sell the game. It's like, man, I really hope because there are some people who were looking forward to Hazard Zone. Like, believe it or not, I wasn't looking forward. Like, some people were looking forward to it.
I was.
And now it's like, cool, they're not gonna get to play the game because their mode is no longer relevant enough for EA to fucking god damn, I hate this game so much. I don't think I've ever hated a game as much as I hate Battlefield 2042. And it's like I really want to forget this. Like I really wish I could be like, oh, this is an L. Like Fallout 76, I took an L. I don't hate it as much anymore because like they did listen to the fans to some extent, where they were like, yo, we need NPCs, and they
had some redemption.
Yeah, some redemption. We're not gonna sit here and act like 76 is good.
They're not, but they're not absolved of their sins, but they at least tried to turn it around and made a little bit of headway.
But this game is just fucking, it's just not done. Like that's really what the game is, just not fucking done. And then they sold it to us, and some of us spent $90 and couldn't get it back because fuck them. So yeah, fuck this game. I'm not surprised. They don't give a damn about the community. They don't. They don't really care. They're like, oh, we're trying to fix this because like we want the players to be
Mm,
happy. I feel like they're trying to fix this so they don't
mm,
have a lawsuit on their hands. I feel like that's why they're trying to fix
mm.
this.
Probably true. Probably true. Hey man, all this could have been avoided if y'all just made Hardline 2. But you know, I'm just I'm just a humble user of the video games. That's all I.
This
That's all
game,
I am.
this game is IRL hardline. They came into our houses and stole our money and then drove away. That's exactly what this game is. IRL Battlefield Hardline.
Nah, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. That's crazy, dog. Anywho, we got a few signs this week that the support line for the last generation of consoles could be cut in a few years' time. Now, this week, Sony confirmed that they will end the production of games for the PS4 in 2025, and we had rumors of the current gen console upgrades probably coming in around 2023 or 2024. So as more of those pop up, and you know, Sony's like, "Hey, we're not making no more games for this shit." Is it time to start phasing last gen out fully? What's going on?
I think that it's pretty. I don't want to say it's pretty close. So like the people who can still make a port for the PlayStation 4, like shout outs to my indies, shout outs to like my AA games or my single A games.
Shout out to Horizon too.
You know
Shout out to
what I'm saying?
Horizon
Like,
Midwest. They had a good port.
shout out to Horizon. Like those games, if you can make it shake. If it's gonna be too strenuous, like if it gets to the point where you're no longer just making a game with lower graphics or lower resource use, you're making an entirely different game. Me personally, I say scrap the shit, to be honest with you, because it's I don't even want to say it's selfish, because personally, you kind of know what you're getting into when you're buying a console. I say this all the time, and if you don't, I'm going to say it again, and I'll say it as many times as anybody needs me to. If you're buying a console, you need to understand there is going to be an expiration date on that machine. Same thing with buying even a graphics card, but the difference between me and my graphics card and you and your console, I can replace my graphics card, or I can lower the graphics, or even run my graphics card into the ground to get a game to run. You don't have the same luxury, but that's why I paid $2K for my computer and you paid $500. It's just you're gonna pay money at some point. We all gotta pay money for this hobby. So to phase out PlayStation 4, I don't think it's that big of a deal to me personally, because there are a ton of good games that are not AAA games, that are not resource heavy, that you can play on your console. You could still get a lot of life out of the PlayStation 4, but every console has to come to an end at some point. I'm not saying kill off the PSN on the PS4, but we can't keep pretending like it's a good system. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't keep sitting here, not a good system. We can't keep pretending like it's gonna be able to keep up with everything else.
Yeah, run forever. Like yeah, it's not evergreen.
Son, you bought it for this is what you paid for. This is what you paid for. I got my PS. I got way more than my money's worth out of my PlayStation 4. I don't play it anymore. I still have it upstairs, but I never look at it and be like, damn, I really can't play my PS4 anymore. And I remember, and there are people out there that I remember, one of the biggest examples of people trying to keep shit alive was when Borderlands 3 was coming out. They released a DLC for Borderlands 2. I don't know if you remember that, like the Commander Lilith DLC that was free.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yep.
So when that happened, I was a part of this Facebook group. Don't really do that much anymore, but I was a part of this Borderlands Facebook group, and people were pissed that this DLC was not coming to the PS3 or the Xbox 360. Like they were livid, and I thought to myself, yo, you still have that? Like, why do you still have that? And they were like, I play Borderlands 2 on it all the time. And I'm like, cool, then play Borderlands 2. But bro, why the fuck would they do we have PS4s now. We're on PS4s. Why would they make a DLC for this shit so far back? Like, that's the way the game works. You gotta chalk it up to the game. Either get a new system or just save up all your money, get a PC, and play this shit slow. Like, it sucks. It really does. But like, we can't do anything about it right now.
Yeah. Nah, I am firmly in the boat of, hey, yo, listen, it's time to wrap this shit up, y'all. It's time to sunset some of these motherfuckers. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. game development can only go so far with the burden of last gen on the back of the wagon. You know what I mean? We've seen so far, of course, Jedi Fallen Order, all current gen, no last gen stuff. They're going full out ray tracing, all this stuff, graphical stuff off to the next level. UE5 is out. People are pushing stuff to the limits, and last generation can't handle those limits. Simple as. And spending more time in the development process on that type of stuff, it's only going to hinder the people who are developing the game. That's more work. That's more potential crunch. That's more stuff into into that aspect. Now, of course, there's going to be some people that justify with, oh yeah, still a lot of people on those last gen consoles. That's true. But eventually there will come a time. And I fully agree. It's going to be the next year to year and a half where the supply chain will be resistant enough to where PS5s are going to be dropping like, they're going to be dropping like pretty much normal again. And it's still making record sales in this whole supply chain fiasco after the initial hits of the pandemic. It's still going on, but it's like after all this stuff is happening, it's still selling like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Wherever you find it. You know what I'm saying? So as the like chip shortages and stuff like that start to recover and things get, a little bit stabilized, they're going to start coming back out. They're going to start churning out. And over this next year and a half, it's gonna get to a point where there's no excuse. There's gonna be like no excuse, and more of that scale is gonna tip towards people. Hey, we got PS5s now. Like, okay, we're good. We don't really need the last gen. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm looking right to my right. I have my PS5 right here. I got this PS4 right here. I salute this PS4 for my service, but I ain't turned this bitch on in months, and I refuse to. I will not.
Yeah.
Actually, last time I turned it on was the same day I bought the PS5 and I was switching my data across. That's the last time I opened that hole. I'm just like, listen, at some point, we really gotta face facts. The future's now, bro. The future is now. So you gotta really get on the boat and let these developers create some next level shit.
Yeah.
We're what are we, 2 years into the current gen?
Yeah.
2, 3?
Because it came out. Yeah, it's 2 because it came out in 2020.
2. We only got like 5 more years of this generation. We only got like 5 more years, and then that's it. Like, it's gonna get faster and faster and faster and faster, bro. Like, you gotta start realizing, like, aside from all this stuff, the development is what I'm most concerned about. And if that's getting, drawn out and muddied because we have to focus on last gen support, I'd rather you just scrap the back end support. In my honest opinion, you know what I'm saying? That's just me, because that might create more problems in the long run. That might create what we saw with Cyberpunk. They had to cater to last gen. You know what I'm saying? They had their own development issues aside from that, of course, but they had to add last gen into that offering, and boom, just fucking blew up PS4s. They had to take it off a store. You know what I mean? So it's high time for me. It's high time. It's really, got to take this nice old PS4 out the backyard, treat like old Yeller, just right there with the shotgun with it, man. Not really. I'm gonna just like tell her, just put it up in the storage or some shit. But you know what I mean? It's time. It's time. All right, man. That's that, bro. Let's move on to something a little bit more serious from this week, man. It's fucking annoying, and we're gonna get into it just for a quick second. But there was some report of some Fortnite player, forget his name, and I don't want to mention his name on the podcast. He would just post, he dropped a post about all the guns that he's hoarding somewhere because he fears an N-word outbreak. I'm gonna say it all right. He said a nigger outbreak and then doubled down on his dumbassery, and then he said like it's not even a big deal. So he dropped that first tweet, and then he dropped the second tweet like nothing happened. Like, oh, he's completely fine and justifying whatever he was talking about. And I just wanted to sit down and just remind you that a lot of the people in the gaming industry that you see are, one, not good people. And in general, all the hatred shit, all this racist shit is still very much out here. And it's like, it's doubled down. And like, it's super scary now. You can see all the fucking guns people's hoarding, all the bullshit that happened from this past week. Go ahead, talk about it, bro.
It's insane. And unfortunately, it's like shit like this isn't really like surprising in the least, because it's like you have people like this in many different communities, but the fact that it's like done in such a public and nonchalant way is kind of crazy, because you used to be saying this type of shit behind a screen, hiding yourself, but like exactly who this motherfucker is. personally, I think he's like a pro Fortnite player or something like that.
Yeah, pro Fortnite player.
That to me is a bannable offense because that just goes again like that. I mean, I would have just been like, oh, this, yeah, we're not having him at any fucking tournaments. Why would we want?
Oh, I thought you said him being a Fortnite player was a bannable
Oh
offense.
no
Never
no no
mind.
no! That's funny. No. I meant more so like banning him from like Fortnite tournaments in general because like yo,
yeah, no, I see you. With you.
We're promoting this game and I don't give a fuck how good you are at it, bro. Like, there's a million motherfuckers who are good at this game. I'm not gonna put you on my platform and showcase you when you're doing shit like this for like on the regular. Like this is just a regular fucking Tuesday night. I fucking can't stand shit like this because not only does it give them a bad, I mean, they don't give a fuck if they have a bad name. It gives a lot of us a bad name because it's like people who are Fortnite players or who like you get grouped in with these people. I'm honestly sick and tired of it, especially with like recent events that happened. It's just like when the fuck like there's a real fucking problem and it needs to be addressed at some point because it's not just fucking pro Fortnite players buying guns and being racist.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to speak too much to the general, recent event shit because there's nothing more to be said than it's fucking tragedy, ridiculous bullshit that happened this past weekend, and a lot again highlights everything that's wrong and how quickly people to mask over what's wrong, just because they want to hold on to the random spare clips that they don't even know how to fucking shoot, but that's beside the point. Speaking on this shit, I say this a lot, and I think this is one of the many manners I picked up. Shout out to people that have said this before me, but just because you're a gamer doesn't mean you're a good person, bro. Yeah. Just because you're a gamer doesn't mean, and I feel like fandoms and support and, communities that go behind a lot of creators, they're sometimes blinded by the fact that, oh, they're their favorite entertainers. Yeah. And they don't realize, oh yeah, these aren't good fucking people. And shit like this just reminds me, yo, listen, just because you're in the gaming space does not automatically equate you to some type of, godhood and permanently good status, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Like, this shit right here is such a problem. And this is only one of the motherfuckers that said something outright. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is one of the only people that said something outright and like it's not a problem. There's only people who knowingly hide that shit, but it's still the same type of just vehement hatred towards, black people and stuff like that. Like, it's bullshit. But it also serves as a reminder, please look closely and then look closely again at the people you supporting, watching, seeing in spaces. Do what you can. And then, see these motherfuckers, bro. You see them, they're everywhere. Shout out to what's the name? Struggle Gamer, because he was calling some motherfucker out the other day too. And I saw that shit and I was like, yeah, that's what we need to be doing, man. Like, the shit can't stand. None of this shit can stand, bro. Yeah. Like, the gaming space brings too much joy to too many people. It could potentially save lives. Who would have? Me personally, I don't know what the fuck. I could have been in the streets if I wasn't playing video games, and that shit's a whole nother thing in and of itself. Like, the gaming industry and video games bring too much joy. The content creator space brings too much joy to too many people to be muddied by all this bullshit that people like that Fortnite player are putting on the timeline and putting out into the world. Like, there's too many of y'all weirdos, bro. And again, I will leave off this conversation that just because you play games does not make you a good person. Please, let's focus on being a good person at the end of the day, man. That's all I gotta say on that shit.
Facts. No, I completely agree.
Fucking weirdos. Anyways, let's switch gears a little bit. Well, this is actually a pretty special segment. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this kind of like a one-off, but I was like, yo, this shit kind of clever. I like that. I like that right there. But anyways, I like to call this little segment here PS plus and minus, because with one step forward, they seem to take one step back. So let's go into it. So for the plus, it was actually reported that Dino Crisis could be coming to the PS Plus Classics catalog, which is, that's more of what they should be doing, man. That's more of what they should be doing. But for the minus, according to PS Plus Asia users, if you get a PS Plus tiered sub at a discount, the cost of upgrading that subscription to a better tier will be higher to account for the discount that you first got. So it's like a whole upgrade fee just because you got a discount. Like, hey, yo, bro, I need that back. So let's start with the good, though. Let's start. As a matter of fact, no. Vegetables first. We'll start with the bad. What the fuck is that? Yeah, what is that?
That doesn't make any sense, because if this wasn't supposed to be sold at a discount, Like, why am I paying? Why am I in trouble for buying it at a discount? That doesn't make any sense. I hope it's a glitch, but I don't think it is. Because I know a lot of people who used to like stack these PS Plus things, because they would wait for it to go on sale and then they would buy like 2 or 3 and then would be like, yo, I got PS Plus for the next 3 years. Like, I remember one dude put a picture up of like when his next time he would have to pay for it was, and it was like 2025.
Oh yeah,
And I was like, shout out to that guy because he's smart. If you didn't want us to stack it this way, I just don't see what the problem is, because like, to be honest with you, if I'm somebody who's stacking my PlayStation Plus like 10, 20, 40 years into the future, I could be dead before I even get the use out of it. So what's the big problem? I paid for it. Like, I already paid for it. And that's what's shitty. I also hate the fact that like you're charging me more to up. Like, I hate that upgrade thing. Like, why am I making up the difference for the upgrade? Like, that shit is disgusting. But I really hope it's a glitch and people get their money back, but I genuinely don't think it is.
That's crazy. This is very, very, very interesting. I just don't know if it'll translate. I know a lot of the times when you're in different markets, you're going to try a couple different strategies to see if they're viable, if people accept them, see if they'll work, which is whatever. But this shit, no, let's not do that, bro. Why would you even give us a discount in the first place? And if we're going to upgrade, you charge that overcharge just to get that money back. Like, bro, just put the tiers regular and don't put a discount on it anyways. Like, if that's the case, bro, you can't do what another person does and masquerade and then, you know, get your shit back on the back end. Like, that's just you just look mad shiesty, bro. You look really, really fake. You look really scummy.
Don't put it on sale then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get mad at Nintendo. Nintendo never puts their shit on sale because I don't think they want to put it on sale. Like, they don't want to. And we still buy this shit because we want the game. You know what I'm saying?
They standing on it. They're standing on it, bro. I'm like, you know what? All right, it is what it is. That's fine. But if you masquerade something, oh yeah, we got this on sale, come grab this. But then, you're thinking, I might want to upgrade tiers. It's gonna cost you extra though. Hey. And then they get that money back through that. That's a very, very scummy backhanded process. Yeah. It's a very backhanded tactic. And automatically in my head, I'm like, oh yeah. So if you're doing a discount, like Xbox Game Pass is like, oh yeah, like $1 for 3 months or some shit like that. So if I upgrade my shit to like the ultimate tier, is my shit gonna get overcharged for that? So I just paid $1 just to pay like $10 more for the original shit. Like, so I just lost the same amount of money if I just bought the regular one outright without the discount. Yeah, like it's very, very, very scummy, bro. This is shithousery, bro. This is top tier shithousery. I'm not even gonna lie to you, dog. This cannot go anywhere. This needs to be discontinued. This process needs to be discontinued in Asia. Yeah. God forbid it comes out in the U.S. markets or anywhere Western. Like, yo, like. Bro. I hope this changes for PS Plus Asia users and for everybody. I hope this is abolished, bro. We can't let any of this shit stand, bro. Honestly,
it's nuts.
Man. But anyways, that shit ass. Get rid of it. For the Plus, we saw Dino Crisis. It was like on one of the like covers from the PS Plus Classics catalog, and it just again brought that idea up. We talked about it a little bit, but like. That's how they get forward in this kind of subscription pass debacle or battle or whatever you want to call it. That's how they get that leg up on Xbox Game Pass. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I think that they really need to like dive back into like their older IPs. There's just so many like gems that they really forgot about. Even even us speaking about like Force Unleashed, like gems like that, games that like were forgotten that people really do enjoy. That they should really bring back. I'm still waiting. I was just on stream yesterday actually talking about how I would love a remaster for Metal Gear Solid, or bringing all the Metal Gear Solid games to the new consoles, because like there are people who have not played or want to replay Metal Gear Solid, and we're waiting on a way of playing it. It's not going to be on PC yet. Hopefully they change that, but like PlayStation Plus, the one that you could play all the games from all the past. I hope I need to check, because I might be talking out of my ass here, but I don't think like Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 1 or 2 are on there. And I want to make sure that they are, because like those are some heat games. Like this is how you get that nostalgia. Like Nintendo makes billions off of nostalgia. Like why you guys should be tapping into the gems of your past. Where's my Xenogears? Where is the classics that people want to play but can't play anymore?
Facts. This is the thing. We've said this before as well. That's how you win, man. Your catalog is literally so deep, it's so diverse that you can pull like 80 out of the bag. You can pull like 80 classic games out the bag, and you can be like a good 6%, 7% through your entire classic catalog, if that, probably even deeper. Like, yeah, Xbox Game Pass, where they have strength in variety of brands and new games and little and older games, they have like, you know, that are very, again, full of variety, full of different stuff. But if you stack them up to like a whole set of like 500 classic games from PS1, PS2 era, they're not gonna stack up. You know what I'm saying? If you stack up the old school games that they have on Game Pass and the old school games they could have on PlayStation, it's no contest. There's no contest. That's what they need to do to really bring value and actual viability to this PS Plus, the tiers, the essential stuff, and whatnot. That's the key. That's the only. I think that's the major thing that they need to win. Like, of course, they're dropping the Red Dead Redemption 2s and like all the modern games that are on the pass and stuff, which is cool. That's nice. But what people really want to play is the games they also they don't have access to. Just as much as they want to play like a modern game like a Red Dead Redemption 2, you have all these games that they haven't touched in so long, and you can make it conveniently accessible for them. Yeah, right there. Give me the Jack and Daxters. Give me all this classic stuff, man. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me if you can get access, give me a what's it called? Smackdown. Here Comes the Pain. If you can give this classic PS2 era, like, you hand me that. Yeah. I will gladly take that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just a part of their mentality of piecemealing stuff. They think, oh, take this little stuff here, you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? The Ape Escape, you can hold that. You know what I mean? You can have this for now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not enough off the rip. And I feel like they'll add more over time, but like, they kind of don't have too much time to waste. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe there's like, they don't care about anything else. There's like, man, whatever, we'll drop it whenever. Fuck y'all. And that's fine. That is what it is. But I'm telling you, if you really want to make this thing pop to the eye for a lot of these people, you're gonna have to dive deep into the classics. That needs to be more of a focal point than any other current game, trial demo, new game demo, whatever other feature that you guys included in this. The classics have to be at the front of that charge if you want to be really, really successful in this era of game passes and whatnot. That has to be strategy number one, advertisement point number one, in my opinion.
No, facts. I think so too. I think that if they really want to catch up on the ground that they lost to Game Pass, they really need to start thinking more outside the box or more so inside the box and thinking of things that would draw fan bases. Like, there are a lot of people who still want Dino Crisis, like, believe it or not. I remember I never even heard about this game until I was like in high school, and then like I remember like seeing it and be like, oh, this is kind of cool. But there are people who are like genuinely still waiting, and you could bring those people back with something like that, even just letting them play the games because it's not even like, we're not asking you to make new games, we're just asking you to make old games available.
I'm telling you, and it's not that hard.
It's not,
like, bro. It's not that hard. I'm telling you. I'm looking. I'm like, yo, like, how many Siphon Filters? I'm about to say Siphon Filters, Castlevanias, Twisted Metals, Warhawks. I'm about to say, like, I'm just going down all this entire list. There's so many, bro. Like OG Tom Clancy Rainbow Six, the OG Resident Evil. Like, that's a whole other one.
The OG SOCOM games too. Those are gas.
The OG SOCOM games. Again, that's so much shit. The original Silent Hill games, I don't know if they're available on there or not. I
don't think so. I saw the list. I was looking at the list not like a few seconds ago, and it honestly looks like not a lot, to be honest with you. Like, maybe this is purposely. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, damn. Jinx, knock on wood. But yeah, I feel like they purposely piecemealed it just to, like, a feeler. Like, oh yeah, you guys might like this. I don't know, like that.
That's not gonna get anybody though. Like, I don't need like maybes and whatevers. Like, I need you guys to actually be about it. Like, I need you guys to actually try and get as many people as possible,
bro. Fact, like, let your nuts hang for a second, Sony. You know what I'm saying? I understand y'all don't like to stunt for nobody because y'all know y'all got money or whatever. But, like, let your nuts hang, bro. Show the classics off. You got 80 million tools in the utility belt, and you want to come pick up the pistol that's on the ground, just start shooting with the same stuff the entire time. I'm like, bro, we get it. You can do that, but you have so much in the tank where like you can really take a solid advantage. You have such a big advantage in your corner, and they're not using it to the fullest potential. And I'm like, that fucking sucks. You don't have to drop all of them, but drop bangers, bro, because you have like 87 million of them in the back pocket. Just drop some.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm trying to find all of them, but like, I'm not really seeing. Like Suikoden
as well. I'm about to say the old RPG joint. I remember hearing about that like a long time ago. They could be bringing that back. The Ninja Gaiden games. I don't know who's a part of that or who owns that stuff now. But if they still have access to the Ninja Gaiden joints,
the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, the X-Men Alliance games,
any of those,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh my!
There's so many games. There's so many good games.
If they have any of those, bro, that's classics right there. Come on now. Stop playing with your food, bro. That's one of the themes of these past few weeks, man. Some people playing with their food, talking about, oh, we could do this, we could do that, we have this in the pocket. Now stop playing with your food and do it.
Yeah.
Tireless.
Yeah.
Man, I'ma eat it. All right. Oh man. Anyways, go skip forward to some other news, man. So we got a reveal for a new game this week called Mission Zero. And it's like a 2v4 stealth game that uses different classes as hunters try to seek and take down 4 invaders that are gathering secret intel on the map. It's like a spy versus hunter type of mode or something like that. It looks pretty cool. Different class gameplay, different class setups. Kind of blended in using disguises, all these different abilities from all different classes and stuff that you're seeing, of course. How you feel about it? What's going on?
It looks interesting. Will it be? I saw like the mobile part was like really interesting because I think that is really like games like Among Us really blew up off of the inclusion of mobile because like anybody could play. I think it's pretty cool. I would love to see how this works out, especially like because if you could get a group of like 6 people together and like you're just pretending to try to hide from each other, I think that'd be hilarious, to be honest.
No, 100%. And again, it's like that wave of games like the First Class Troubles, the the Unfortunate Spacemen, of course the Among Us type games.
Yeah,
they have a real good place. And if you can really again innovate off that gameplay loop in that format, it could really work. And it seems like they have a pretty decent grasp on that so far. You see like all the different abilities, like you can lock doors behind you, teleports. You can catch the catcher abilities. They have like different fighting styles and stuff like that. For one, they have a giant ass pandas walking around like making people with fists. I'm like, you know what? This looks actually pretty interesting. Just need to smooth some things over and lighten them up, and I think it'd be a decent game. I'd be down to give it a try, honestly.
No, for sure. I feel the same way. It looks interesting enough.
Yeah, 100%. I after Among Us, I really didn't take to anything like a First Class Chub or anything like that too much. I was like, whatever, it is what it is. But maybe this could be one of those ones that stay in the loop.
No, for sure. Hey, people trying new things out. We love to see it.
For real. All right, sliding into the penultimate story of the day. There has been talk of EA potentially shopping around to see who would be interested in inquiring them. You know what I'm saying? Like pick me up, son. Take me out to dinner, and have those people who acquire them make some headway in the gaming industry. And reports are suggesting that Apple, Amazon, and Disney have been in talks to acquire the entire umbrella of EA. I just got a few questions, man. Is this thing even likely? Like, I mean, are they going first? Or Ubisoft going first? And who would you even want them to buy if they do have to sell?
I would buy them for negative $90. If they give me $90, I'll own EA. But seriously,
bro, you and Dice gonna have beef, bro. You and Dice got beef. You gonna walk into the booth one day at the show and just be like, "Hey, yo, what's good, man? Hey, yo, yeah." Like, so what's the reason you chose to come up to us today, man? I can think about 90 of them real quick. Off the top of my head. Wow, go ahead.
So like, out of the 3 of Apple, Amazon, and Disney makes the most sense because Disney owns Star Wars. So it makes sense that they bought the company that made the Star Wars games. But I just don't really see Disney in the gaming space as much as you would like as I would want it to be if you were gonna buy EA. Because Amazon and Apple both release like game services. So like
Mm-hmm.
a company like Amazon would probably be the one ending up buying it because Apple is more focused on mobile. And not to say that they can't do anything or jump into like the PC space, but like I can't imagine Apple buying EA and being like, we want you to make video games the way you've been making them. Like they're probably gonna be like, we want you to make games for Macs or something. Like they would have to integrate it into their own ecosystem because
Yeah.
why would they buy something for PC players to make it? So I think Amazon would probably be the best buyer. Do I want Amazon to buy it? Fuck no. I don't. I like.
Hell no.
I don't like either I don't like Amazon and I don't like EA, but like I don't. I can't see anybody else really buying EA outside of maybe Microsoft, but I don't know how much money they really got to be just buying company. Like this would be like the fourth, fifth biggest acquisition. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, like literally. Oh yeah, EA. Dang, yeah, no, EA would be huge. EA, that's hella money.
Because they wouldn't sell for cheap, and that's the biggest issue. I would also love to see what happens if people buy EA, what this partnership between Microsoft and EA would look like. Because Amazon bought it, they're like, yo, how much did they? No, we want more for the whatevers, and it's like, all right, well, we don't want to pay you more. So all I know is that I need to get my ass on to fucking Fallen Order and beat that shit ASAP because it might not be on Game Pass if it gets bought by the wrong people.
That bitch might be gone. Bitch might be gone, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah. Shit, yeah. I'm in the boat. What, Amazon got New World? That's the only
New
thing under
World,
the umbrella they produced.
Lost Ark. They didn't make Lost Ark, but they acquired it. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck Amazon. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna do that.
I wouldn't want that either, but
in my opinion, they're out. I feel like Disney's like the easiest mix over. I feel like they're the easiest thing again because they're working relationship with that. Just the potential for different lines of business. I guess sports organizations like Disney has ESPN and EA of course does all the sports shit. So that could also be a connecting link. It's interesting. I wouldn't think that EA would sell. You know what I mean?
Me neither.
But I honestly think that EA would be fine as their own establishment. They've seemed to racked up some good standing as a publisher. They've got all the Star Wars deals down the line. Maybe certain downturns of franchises and a bit of stagnation is the cause of that. Maybe they can get a little bit of uptick from FIFA, and now they're free from our EA Sports FC. Now that they're gone from FIFA, sorry about that. I'm about to say. I don't know, but I in my honest opinion, I thought Ubisoft would be gone before they even sold. But it could be a toss up at this point. It could really be a toss up. But if anybody's likely to acquire them, it's probably gonna be Disney out of those three. But I could see Sony maybe going for it. I don't know. They got some connections to Star Wars stuff because they rocking with Aspert Media and shit. Maybe that might be too much money for them because EA would probably be like, what do they value that right now? What was it, 12 billion or something like that?
But
no, it's probably less.
I just don't see. I don't really see PlayStation making big acquisitions outside of Bungie.
Yeah.
And that was just like Bungie and PlayStation were like this since the jump. What?
Yeah, 38.82 billion. I was severely underestimating that. Holy shit. Yeah, only people that can really make that move and sustain it would probably be a Microsoft or a Disney. And again, I feel like Disney would be more poised if they want to make that jump into the gaming industry. They automatically come in with a publishing set that's under their banner fully. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I could see them doing it, but the thing is, like, I also see Amazon having so much money that it doesn't even really like they could just buy it off and like it wouldn't affect them what's in the lease. That's the biggest thing is that like they could easily offer probably whatever EA is looking to get, and they'd be like, yeah, sure, I don't care.
Nah, you're not even wrong. Freaking Jeff Bezos somewhere's gonna be what happened? And go right back to the shit.
I can only have one spaceship this year. Nah, we're gonna raise the price of Prime. No, I need 2 spaceships.
Double the price of FIFA packs.
Yeah.
Now. It's gonna be a fucking rap for us, bro. For real. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. But interesting that EA is gonna be like they could be on the chopping block. I'm not gonna say they are, but I didn't know they were looking at a sale this soon. But
me neither. I didn't expect this.
I hope they would find a good place if they are looking to sell, though. That's my take on it. All right. Anyways, on to the last story of the week. So we heard word from Capcom on the topic of their IP backlog and series that have been on the ice for a long time under their banner. Capcom put out a statement which had one of the quotes that read, "Going forward, we will continue to take customers' wishes into consideration while devising our title lineup." Let me say this first and foremost before we get to this topic. Finally, open your fucking ears. Let's get to it. All right. How do you feel about all this news?
If it's not Mega Man, they're lying. Like I just can't think of any other franchise. I mean, I can think of a bunch of franchises that have been laid dormant.
I got a couple.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, like I would love a Mega Man game. I would love a new Marvel vs. Capcom game. I would love a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 remastered. That shit would be insane. Like,
you just reminded me of that. I wasn't even thinking that. And they was trying to do that restart project too. Yes, I need Marvel vs. Capcom back.
I literally was when I go on, when I walk in the morning, I listen to like a bunch of like anime and game music, but like I always throw on the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 soundtrack because it is
beautiful,
insane.
It's literally ridiculous.
They could release that game and then just all they would have to do is balance it, and that's it. They just have to balance it because everything else about the game is perfectly fine. Just balance it and put it on a PC. I'll buy that shit day one. I don't care how much is it, $100? Sure, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Actual factuals.
Give me this game.
Actual factuals, bruh. Like that's real. Yeah, and then the question, of course, is gonna obviously be what titles do you want to see back? I have two, and then two of them are already listed. Like, real talk. First and foremost, I would say Power Stone's a classic. Power Stone is definitely a classic. Shout out to Power Stone. Played that a long time ago. My older brother, he showed me that game. That was a classic right there. Actually, I got 3. I lied. Second one, Beautiful Joe. Bring back Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe was super fun. Beautiful Joe was super fun. Yeah. I had no idea it would be that fun. Like, just dope game. Love all the art direction of it. It's cool. Third, fucking Okami. Give me my dog back. Give me Okami back. Okami was fire. I want another Okami. Ooh. That's literally me.
Dragon's Dogma was another good franchise.
Ooh.
There's so many franchises that they have that they just like said, fuck it, we don't need them.
On the back burner. Yeah. Now, of course, they dropped that. They said they're dropping that new IP, Pragmata and stuff like that. It's like the first new IP in a decade. But I'm like, how y'all gonna say this? And then now you're like, yeah, we had a lot of shit we were sleeping on, bro. My fault, y'all. My fault. We don't work on it. We don't work. Like, what the fuck?
Oh man,
they do have Lost Planet, motherfucker.
This shit is crazy. God don't like money, man. Y'all don't like money, bro.
Stop wasting your plates, bro. Stop wasting your plate. Wait, do they have Onimusha? They don't have Onimusha. They don't have Onimusha.
No, they do have Onimusha.
They have Onimusha. Yeah, nah, y'all wasting your plates, bro. You're wasting your plates, bro. And y'all could have revamped Dead Rising and made it better. Honestly, y'all could have revamped Dead Rising 2.
Dead Rising 3 wasn't even that bad, but like, it could have been.
It wasn't.
They don't like money,
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't
bro.
there. They don't like money. They don't like it, bro. And it irks me. It really irks me, bro. Oh my gosh. At one point, I was really rocking with them heavy though, bro. I know where it turned left when that Operation Raccoon City game came out. That was that them? Was that them? Or was that Konami?
I mean, it's their IP, so it's them. They own Resident Evil, so it's them.
Let me see. It was them. It was them in Slant 6. Yeah, it was them.
Yeah, no.
That shit was garbage. And I was like, yeah, never again. Thanks a lot for that. Appreciate it. And honestly, there's so many good IPs that Capcom has in the back pocket. My whole message, my life force is going into this when I say it. Stop wasting your food, bro. You ain't hungry? You see all this food out there? You ain't hungry?
Bro, like, call me up. I'll write you a fucking script for the next Mega Man game. I'll write the whole franchise for you. I don't care. I need another Mega Man game, dog. Those shits is so gas. I grew up with it, and I remember there was the DS version, Mega Man ZX, had some insane story. I was sitting there like, this shit is crazy. People were turning into Mega Man like fucking Power Rangers because they had like these like medallions that would turn them into like the oh my god, when you beat. You could turn into like every single character, like like most Mega Man games, every boss you
Everyone
bought, you got their power, but this time you like turned it into them, which was like sick. They were just so good. It was such a good fucking game. Oh,
Capcom, stop bullshitting. Capcom, stop.
or give me another Devil May Cry game. Like I know we got 5,
Also
which is
true.
great. They were great games, and we already have one. But give me another one, because that shit is gas, and I need more. Like I think we're good on Resident Evils. Not like sorry to the Resident Evil fandom. Like sue me, put me on like
they can sit it down for a little bit after they do Resident Evil 4 remake. After they do that, they can chill. They can do whatever they want for a while.
I'm not trying to take food off the Resident Evil plate. I'm not. Like y'all got it. I appreciate all the content you guys make. It's really fun watching you guys play those games. But I'm gonna keep it a stack with you guys. Every year you get like a new title and a remake. We don't even get remakes on for anything else. Like they make so much shit. And then like the only people who are eating is like maybe the Street Fighter community, but
they're not eating yet.
No, they're not even really eating.
The gap between releases is too long for them to be like eating. They get their first plate after a new release drops, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that.
You guys
Monster Hunter be consistently eating.
Yeah, no,
they doing their thing. They're not bothering nobody.
Yeah.
They're not bothering nobody. I about to say, but yeah, I feel that though. Capcom need to get up off their ass, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Every time I'm in the kitchen, they in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Not looking for no job. You know what I'm saying? In the goddamn. Listen, bro. It's wild. But yeah, that's all the notes I got for today, man. Had to keep a little bit compact. You know, I know there's some other stories dropping. I don't want to know what other news came out this week because it's fine. And we'll catch it up, man. I'm gonna save myself for next week because so much news is gonna be dropping. It's June, literally next week, and the pseudo, formerly known as Prince's former name, now is a symbol. Game Fest, Summer Games period. The Renaissance of games during the summer. We're still coming up with the name. It's dropping. It's coming. It's here. It's here, and we got a lot of stuff to cover. It's gonna be dope. But yeah, closing remarks went easy.
Make sure you drink your water and check out sick indie games that are coming out. My time at let me look at the actual title.
Oh, Stray coming out soon. It's that cat game. Stray's coming out.
Stray's coming out soon. Fun. Mario Strikers demo came out. I played it. That shit is, I'm not gonna lie to you, the skill ceiling higher than I thought it was gonna be. It's actually kind of crazy.
Okay.
Like if you get your hands on the Switch, Tripp, I recommend you play the tutorial. You're gonna breeze through the first few things, and then like when you get to like the last 4, you're gonna be like, whoa, this is gonna be annoying to remember. Like this is OD. But
all right, man. I'll borrow my brother's Switch in a second. I'll see what's going on with that.
But Mario Strikers demo is out. My time at Sandrock. I don't know if you guys ever heard of My Time at Porsche. It is like Stardew Valley but 3D.
Oh.
The creators of that game dropped early access for their new game on the 26th. I'm trying to see if I can content create my way into a code, but if not, I might cop it. It looks really good. But be on the lookout for some indie games, man. There's a lot of big games coming out, but there's also a lot of small games coming out too. So keep your eyes open and work that overtime because we're all gonna need it.
Facts. Make sure your wallet gets the requisite stretches because it will be under duress during the coming months. I will tell you that. Of course, my closing statements. You guys make sure you rate the podcast 5 stars. You go check us out on all platforms, man. Apple Podcast, Spotify, Anchor, Stitcher. On YouTube, of course, at Wotaku channel, WOTAKU channel. Go check out the live video version for all this stuff. You can see all the technical blunders that they try to hold me with in live and in color. And yeah, we're getting really, really close to the end of it's the end of the month and into the next one. It's gonna be really, really exciting times, man. Make sure you keep it locked here. Of course, Wotaku channel at Went Easy on all platforms, man. Go follow him there. For me, that man Tripp on all platforms. Make sure you follow me there. So much stuff is cooking. Whether it's no cooldown stuff, whether it's our individual projects, whether it's growth stuff, a lot of stuff is really, really, really taking shape and forming on. You guys don't want to miss it. It's gonna be fire, man. It's gonna be a fire summer. It's gonna be a fire summer, man. So much stuff to do. But with that being said, oh man, make sure to eat y'all plates. Don't leave no food on no damn table. Eat y'all water. Tell y'all people y'all love them. And without further ado, no cooldown. It's gone. Bleh. All right, cool. We're good. Yeah, we have done it. We have done it. Oh shoot. Yeah, you can't. What the fuck? They're going back to Cooper. What?
But
Hold up. They must have. Son of a bitch. They said they're getting food for Cooper, huh? What the fuck? This fancy place we fucking went. It was kind of fancy, but we went there yesterday and shit like that. I'm like, yo, that place was nice as fuck. They had some good shit in there.
funny.
Get me some fries. Yeah.
You guys who are still here, have a wonderful day.
Facts.
We'll catch you guys next week. I don't know if I'll be streaming next week, but definitely dropping videos next week. So
100%.
check that out. But if we stream, you guys will be the first to know. Actually, wait. When does Mario drop? The 2nd? Oh, we might have to do a stream on the 2nd. We might have to do a stream on the 2nd, actually, because that's when that's the open network test. Yes, sir. We might be playing some soccer. And state of fuck, we're playing Mario into state of play, or we're playing state of play into Mario is what it might be, because it's only 30 minutes. Oh yeah, see y'all Thursday. I'll see y'all Thursday. That's funny.
Oh shoot, this man said cyber gamers. Oh my gosh.
Throw this to Sammy. I'll throw him my, well, one or two people. It's more than nothing.
Let me see. Yeah, damn right. Yeah, right.
But I'll catch you guys Thursday. New videos are out. Check my shit out. Check Tripp shit out. Check all the shit out. I'll see you guys Thursday. Wotaku out.